I'm Hannah Croft,
And I'm Ava Truckee, and this is Feed Me Your Stories,
a show about food, pleasure, and community, hosted by two best friends who don't have inside voices. Okay, we are live. We are on the air.
We're on the air, reporting live from Hannah's bedroom. Man, we should start telling people that we're like in some bouge studio instead.
Yeah, what are you saying? This isn't a bouge studio? These are parachute sheets!
We're on parachute! This is bougie. Anyways, hi Hannah.
Hi Ava.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm sitting on my parachute sheets, drinking some coffee.
I know, I was thinking about like the clinking in the glass.
I know.
I was like, we're not drinking whiskey.
No, but that sound is gonna bother me, so.
That was her way of telling me to fuck off and to not drink my coffee.
All right, anyways, hello folks. Welcome back to Feed Me Your Stories. I'm Hannah.
I'm Ava.
And we really like food.
What?
Yeah. Ava, tell me how your week's been, as if I don't already know.
I know.
Because I haven't been there for 95% of it.
This week is similar to lots of weeks, is like, good and hard and weird. And Mooney started first grade this week. I'm watching my kids get older right before my eyes. Isn't that weird? But
that sounds weird.
Maddox is in this age right now. He's 2, and so like every other day, you like look at him and you're like, what the fuck? Like this age is so weird to watch kids just like develop in hyperspeed. And he's always loved his sister, as you know, but he's doing this thing where like everything that she does or where she's going or what she's wearing or what she has, he needs to do the same thing too. So we're like packing her lunch for the first day of school, and he's like,
I need a lunch.
Yeah, like I don't have lunch, so I'm like putting grapes in like a bag for him and putting it in his mini backpack, and then he's like hollering because there's not an actual lunch box. In regards to segueing to food on that note, I love packing that kid's lunch. It feels like such a way to like connect with her and love on her when I'm not with her.
Yeah.
She gives zero fucks. She's actually like she's a little bit more excited about it this year. I think that like it was really cool for her to pick out her lunchbox, which is like definitely not as what's the word that I'm looking for? It doesn't make as much sense as the lunchbox that I had already picked out for her, which had like more compartments and was like better insulated. But like since she picked this one,
she's excited about it now.
Yeah, and so there was like a little bit of an argument of like I really want to get school lunch, and I was just like, I hear you, and
it's gonna be gross, dude.
Just shut up and let me make your lunch.
Yeah.
And so
like it's gonna be my most vivid memory of school lunch is this like rectangle pizza, and the kids in my class
took the whole tray.
Yes, and the kids in my class used to take the cheese off and roll it into a ball and see if they could bounce it. That's what I think of.
Food memory.
When I think of school lunch, that's where my head goes.
Well, and like I don't know. I mean, those kids eat well. Homemade 90% of the time. Whatever. It's something that I love to do with them and for them, and so it's like a novelty to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, ooh, I get to like. So, anyways,
it's like we're gonna eat Little Caesars pizza on her birthday.
Exactly, because it's like so fucking novelty to her. She's like, oh my god. So, anyways, we've been doing that this week. The best thing that I have eaten this week is probably first day of school dinner. Mooney requested homemade pizza. She only wanted pepperoni on it, which as you know, I hate plain pepperoni pizza, but it wasn't my first day of first grade, so I did not win that battle. And she also wanted an artichoke, and so
I love that she specifically requested an artichoke. That's like such a little kid Hannah move too.
It's such a little kid Ava move, and it's one of my fondest food memories with my mom. Was like we couldn't afford a lot of food. There were like definitely moments of scarcity, but like the times that like whatever we're getting produce on occasion, and it was like a very rare occasion, we would get an artichoke and share it. It was always like garlic butter, lots of lemon. I understand that folks do other shit like mayo and like aioli things. That's not my bag. But I like so many times I can remember over those years of like sitting down and like sharing an artichoke with her and then like fighting over who got to eat the heart.
Mm-mm.
And now Mooney is just starting to get into eating the heart. Like, I don't know, this time last year she was kind of like, man, take it or leave it. And I'm like, this is the best part. And you're gonna fucking love it. Yeah. You know, and like she's 6. So like, is she scraping off like all of the flesh? Fuck no, like half of the artichokes.
But like I feel like the best part of being a kid and eating artichokes is that it's like fun to eat.
It's fun, and so that was something that I was thinking about at the table last night, was like, and then Maddox wants to do it. So you're like watching this 2-year-old that has no concept of like what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. He just knows that he's dipping something, which is dope. And then like, watching him like
butter all over his face.
There's butter everywhere, and he's like chomping on this leaf, and I'm like, again, it's fun for him. He's not like, this is weird, or I don't like something.
Right.
I'm not going to micromanage. And then I'm like looking at her pile of leaves, and there's like a quarter of it missing. And I was like, you know what? This is not the hill that I need to die on.
No.
Just shut up. Like, have a nice time.
Let it be fun.
And it was. And she was like, why you got to scoop off all that fur off that? And I was like, well, bro, like, you don't want to eat that. Fur. And so she's like watching me kind of like prepare it and like peel off the little baby leaves around the base. And she's like, okay, I'm going to do it. She's like, give me my part. And then I split it in half, and I'm like, she's like, you know all that? I'm like, I'm going to get the rest of it. This is great. And she took a bite and she goes, oh, this is the best part. And I was like,
finally,
yes,
welcome.
I won parenting, and now I'm done. It was like, throw it in the
just
garbage.
hang up your hat now.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's good. I won the game of parenting.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I'm accepting awards all week long. And on that note, otherwise I've been like, sustaining off of nothings during the day.
Shocker.
I just want to know when like Taylor Farms bag salad and like nothings is going to endorse my life.
If you're hearing this,
and you gotta get that.
Nothins or Taylor Farms bag salad, our DMs are open.
Yeah, literally nobody eats your food like I do. So, anyways, how was your week, Han?
How was my week? It's okay. I feel like back to school season is always really interesting for me. Like, it's really not being in school for me is really strange, because for so much of my life, the calendar, like the year started in August or September, and now that like I follow a calendar year, it feels really strange to me to not have the like big like hullabaloo around school starting. But it's also a really interesting time in my practice because my schedule gets really fluxed. Like, I work with a lot of teachers, I work with a lot of students, both of whom like will be just all over the map in terms of scheduling. So the first like 2 weeks of the school year, I'm like, is someone gonna call me because they want to have therapy today? Because like I have literally nothing to do.
Let me therapize you.
Right. I'm like, can somebody who like does I don't know if you just heard that, but Ava turned the sound on her phone. She's like playing TikTok over there or something.
I'm working.
God.
I'm multitasking and obviously not very well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shocker. Yeah, so the week has been fine. I'm so relieved that it's not 1,000 degrees.
Dude.
Like yesterday was rainy and gloomy, and I was just so like delighted by it.
It was.
Oh, it was
so
it's so nice.
It was so good.
Yeah. So that's lovely. Yeah. What did I eat? What did I eat this week?
Yeah, what are you eating?
What am I eating? Ooh, you know what I ate that was really delicious?
The breakfast that we just had.
The breakfast that we just had.
Was so fire, like hands down the best thing I've eaten all week.
Okay, so over the weekend, I made this like summer tart that I love making every year. And it's like a ginger snap crust. Obviously, I use Trader Joe's triple ginger snaps because there are no other ginger snaps worth eating ever. Yeah, Ava got it all over her clothes, whatever. But it's a ginger snap crust, and it's like a mascarpone, like sour cream cheese, like vanilla lemon delicious kind of like creamy filling, and then you top it with nectarines and or peaches. I used peaches for our friend's birthday celebration, and then we had the leftover filling with nectarines on sourdough toast this morning for breakfast, and it was really yummy.
It was so good.
And also my unpopular opinion is that I like nectarines more than peaches.
I feel like that's fair. Your thing that we talked about this morning.
It's a sensory thing.
Well, it was like you like the bite that a
Yes.
nectarine generally has.
Yes.
A lot of folks choose a nectarine over a peach because of the fuzz.
Yeah, I don't care so much about the fuzz.
You just want you want a little scrunch.
Like my ideal fruit texture is that of an apple.
You want some snap?
Like a crisp, like a peak season Honeycrisp apple
So
is one of my favorite like textural
It's such a joy.
sensations.
It's so nice in your mouth.
It's so nice. And okay. And I really love, and I love nectarines. Nectarines also remind me of my mom in a really nice way. Like,
say more.
I just like in the summer, my mom would get so excited about nectarine season. She still does. And it was like stone fruit season in my house was such a like celebratory time because my mom would eat like a nectarine a day.
My mom loved nectarines too.
And I remember like one summer, also this is like really on par with the Kraft family. One summer, my mom and my brother discovered that they were having allergic reactions to the skin of nectarines. Like their lips were swelling up and their tongues, and it was really weird. And it was this like there was so much grief that summer. It was like there was so much sadness because like my mom looks forward to nectarine season every year, and my brother just like my brother just loves food, like loves fruit, will eat like pretty much anything. And it was so heartbreaking that they thought they were both allergic to nectarines. And then they discovered that if they peeled the skin, they were fine. And it was like, oh my God, we're okay.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Crisis averted.
Yeah. So, so nectarines, like, I think of eating nectarines on the beach. Like that's peak summer to me.
Vibe.
Yeah. I think of eating nectarines on the beach, or like my dad makes this phenomenal nectarine, like cucumber, almost like pico de gallo-esque salsa, and he would put it on fish tacos, and that tastes like summer to me.
You guys, I don't like fruit salsa.
I don't usually like fruit salsa either. Like I usually don't like fruit salsa, but this white nectarine salsa that my dad makes every summer, just
whatever,
like
Perry, I'll eat it.
Yeah. Also, I'll eat pretty much anything Perry makes me. So, I feel like I've done a whole monologue on nectarines now, but I really like them. That's the story. But my other favorite thing about stone fruit season is that my mom always goes out of her way to buy my dad plums because my dad loves plums. I don't love plums either. It's a texture thing. Once again, I don't like, in the same way that I have a problem with tomatoes, I don't like when things like burst under the skin.
Right.
And so, welcome to Hannah's sensory issues.
This is Sensory Issues 101.
But she would always buy my dad plums because he would be like, oh my gosh, it's plum season. I'm so excited. Like, I think he had like a plum tree growing up or something. There's a nostalgic element to it.
I did too.
Yeah. But then 3 days later, my mom would open up the like crisper and there would just be soggy, gross plums that my dad didn't eat. Because we forgot about them. And so I also think about like throwing out a bunch of plums during stone fruit season. Every time I see a plum, I like think of my mom. I think of my mom being like, damn it, Perry. So
yeah, I don't love, which is interesting because plums are extremely nostalgic to me because I grew up with a huge tree in my father's yard here in Denver, and also in that neighborhood was just like plums were prolific. I mean, they were like
they're everywhere,
like all over. And I remember, like, as a form of escapism, I used to walk over up to Montview to the public library there during the day because I absolutely did not want to be in that house with my stepmother during the day. And I would just like eat plums from folks' trees as I walked to the library.